Ladies and gentlemen, it's a pleasure to address you shortly via this video as you are coming to a closure of the Stellar Rights project, and to take the perspective of where we are here in 2026 in terms of the climate policy in Europe and globally. We know that we are not living up to what we have committed to in the Paris Agreement, in reducing the warming to as close as possible to 1.5 degrees. We are not there, and we need to step up the efforts. At the same time, we know that this cannot be, especially in a current turbulent geopolitical and geoeconomic world, this cannot be either decarbonizing or continuing with economy or ensuring security or having social protection in place. All these need to come together, and the climate policy for the coming decades in the EU needs to take all this into account. And this is indeed what we are doing in Europe on the agreement on the new target for the 2040 European climate law, and in rolling out the policies that we have established previously. We are talking about the rights-based approach, and this is very much in the center of how we need to design the climate policies. We need to ensure that the citizens have access to information, that they are able to participate in decision making, and that there is access to justice. And this is very much important to making sure that the policies are well embedded and that they are actually implementable. Because in the end of the day, these policies would only remain on paper if there is not sufficient buy-in, if we don't give agency to people, and if we ignore the specific needs of the vulnerable parts of the society or of the economy. We know that not everyone will be hit by climate change the same way. We also know that not everyone will be impacted by the decarbonization pathway in the same way. So we need to adjust that. We need to ensure that the climate neutrality transition is also a just transition, that it takes into account the specific needs of the vulnerable parts of the society, that it generates a fair system that is able to accompany those who cannot achieve the solutions alone, that it also responds to the specific sensitivities and vulnerabilities to the climate change. So this all needs to come together. There are mechanisms that we have, both in law, in the financing instruments, and we are working with this actively to make sure that those who need to act are also enabled to act. And we know that, especially in the climate area, we are exposed to a lot of misinformation, disinformation, and also a degree of populism in relation to climate policy is something which is making it more challenging. But that doesn't again mean that we can stop taking that into account. We need to find ways to establish that contract with the people, and that people feel that this is something that is beneficial for them. We are on the path of making sure that we have the energy for our needs, and that the energy is clean and is secure. So sometimes we talk about the Freedom Union or about the energy security through becoming more independent as Europe on imports of energy. This is a large program, and for it to succeed, it cannot just stay with political statements or policies. It needs to be grounded in real action. It needs to be based on solutions on the ground, and in showcasing that this can work, and this can work for the people. And this is something that the people are actually empowered, and they can see the solutions. They can see that in order to ensure a livable world, they will be able to be part of those solutions and to transition together to a clean future. Discussing the human rights and the legal accountability of the governments is very important. The courts have an important role in ensuring that they bring the governments, be it at European, national, or any level, into account, and being agents of that change, so that we know that the solutions that we design are in line with just transition, and that they will not leave anyone behind, because this is what we need to achieve. It will not happen on its own, and we have the solutions in place. We have the support mechanisms that are in place as well, but we need to be smart in deploying them. So I hope that the project that you are concluding now will be an important stepping stone in that direction. We will be eager to see the results and to work with all the relevant partners to ensure that our pathway to climate neutral Europe is a pathway that is able to be achieved, but that is also socially just, and that we can find solutions that people will appreciate, that they can contribute to living on a first climate neutral continent by 2050. Thank you.